We got this. We're good. Don't load my background for all the games I don't play on PS3.
No!
It's fine. Don't look at it. I'm gonna run the ad real quick. Okay, so this is gonna feel a little awkward because it's like, all right, so the other day, Sonic Adventure 2 stream in the works this Friday. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to make sure I get everything like set up for that, right? You know, just in case it doesn't work. And I turned on the thing, I got going, and it was like, oh, that's weird. The thing is like... Why is there a little dot? What the crap is... Why? What is that? What the fuck is that?
I thought I posted on my... Huh?
Yeah, do you see that on the Why is there a little dot on the screen? Where anyways, I'll figure out. Yeah, at the bottom of the screen, under like the Square Enix logo, there's like a little white dot. And out there's like the cursor or anything. It's just...
I'm not seeing it. Are you seeing it? Is it on the... Oh, maybe it's... yeah, it's on the stream.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I see
What the fuck is that?
Mm.
But yeah, it's like, I was like, okay, I need to like get things set up for that. So it's like, all right, you know, work to get things set up. Like, Steam game works fine. The problem is that Sonic Adventure 2 in the Steam version, the like HD or whatever the heck, it's like base game, not Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So it's got less multiplayer content, which we don't care about. But also importantly, it does not have Chow Karate. Dude.
I'm sorry?
There is a mode in Sonic Adventure 2 where you can make babies fight each other. Chow babies. Little baby Chow.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. It's so good.
That's not a fucking thing.
You literally hatch the Chow, and it's like a little pet raising simulator where it's like, oh, you go through the stage and you like collect animals and stuff that you give to them, and they get like the animal buy parts. And it's like, you take your Chow, and then you go into the little waterfall in the neutral area cave, and like, you can do Chow race and Chow karate, where it's like Digimon World 1, where you just watch them fight, you know, and they have random like dodges and stats and stuff.
But why?
Because Sonic Adventure 2 is great.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. That's just because. Why not?
Yeah.
Why would I not?
So, we tried to get that going, and then it was just like, oh, this isn't like, you know, it doesn't have the thing. Why doesn't it have the thing? And it's like, okay, I had to like get things up so I can just stream this game directly, right? Like straight from like the fucking GameCube, because the emulation did not work for Sonic Adventure 2. It was it just refused. So it's like, okay, we get this going right, we like stream through the like literal thing, tried this up, it works, but like there's an occasional stack sound that's annoying, and it's like, you know, a whole like weird thing. But it worked, and I'm like, okay, so like all I need to do is find my game, and I can't find my actual disc. So I'm gonna have to literally pay like $3 or $4 to Sega for the DLC just so I can do Chow Karate on stream. Cause listen, people need to know. Like, it's so much funnier than I'm making it sound, right? Like, you need to understand, if your, like, speed isn't high enough, your Chow is, like, crawling in the ring.
What?
It's like they just crawl like a fucking baby on all fours, and they just crawl up to the other Chow, and they like get up and do like a punch, and they just send them flying. It's so good.
Okay.
Oh man,
Okay.
listen, you need to know the joy of like hand raising a little like monster man and giving him like the right animal parts to customize him so he looks like a little dragon and his little wings and everything. And you're just like, heck yeah, let's go. And you just take him into the ring and he just beats the crap out of another child.
You sound like a psychopath right now. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Oh, I don't care. It's listen. We're doing it. It's gonna be great. To
I
be
was
fair,
just
what the
letting you
fuck do you
know.
think Digimon World 1 was?
That's true. That's very true. I was just letting you know the way that you were explaining it. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be watching babies fight.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be putting bets on it. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm like,
rad. Like they
you
get
don't
tired and you have
crazy.
to like mash buns to like cheer them up so they can get back into it.
Okay, guys, good. Listen to me. Okay, I got the greatest plan. What?
Yeah.
Underground baby fighting rings.
Yeah. We
That sounds like a lot more work than it should be.
we gotta find our chat. We gotta find our boy, and we have to just like, we have to evolve them into the Dark Chow so they can hang out in the Dark Garden and become an evil little baby.
Someone go tell Lugia that's her plan this Friday.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking
And
like have baby fights.
we're gonna give to the Dark Garden. Listen, the Dark Chow Garden has a fucking little like lake of blood they swim in. I kid you not. It's like red water. You literally sent
This
them to
music
hell.
is so fucked for what we're talking about.
Anyways.
Man.
It's like we're like, and then the chow swim in the blood river. Do 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 do.
Okay, I have no idea what the crap that dot is because it's
I'm
it
not
is
sure. I
above
see it
the
on the
tr-
stream,
Whoa,
but I
what?
don't see it on. Oh, now you're gone,
Wait.
and so is the dot. Is
Why
it part
is
of
the dot part of this? Wait,
is
if
there
I
like a
oh my god, I
part of
fixed
the-
it. Oh shit, I fixed
there,
it.
it's gone. What was it?
I think it was the thing from when you like have the mall set up and you just, you know, you forget to hit spacebar to get rid of the little like go back button. I think that was it.
Oh, I see.
Oh shit.
So crap, okay. But yeah, are we ready for this? Are we finally done with... Because I talk about how sick the Chow stuff in Sonic Adventure 2 is all day.
I'm sure you could.
Dude, you have to get the Chow crates, and then you get the fucking skeleton dog, and it like takes away animal features.
Chow makes
So you
me
can
sound
just have them be
cool.
like baby default, just going at it. Oh man, that's gonna be amazing. I'm so ready for this. So, the sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surround the area are magnified sound, casting even the slightest drizzle to rowl like a thunderstorm. The whiffs of smoke steamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. Single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of the town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an all sexless quality.
What?
Oh yeah, they're like gender ambiguous. Yeah. So,
I get that.
I'm pretty sure it's no surprise that this is Kaine.
It's just that kind of came out of nowhere there for a second.
Yeah. Like, so I don't think we've talked about, but Kaine is canonically hermaphroditic.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
why she always wears, like, nothing?
Maybe. I honestly, I'd assume that, like, if you didn't want people to know, you would wear more than lingerie, but, what do I know?
I
Yeah.
mean, who cares?
Yeah, it is what it is, but yeah. It's like something that's, like, mentioned, like, out of the game outside supplemental material.
Yeah, you know what? There's so much supplemental material for these
Yeah.
games that I'm almost like, why do you even just make it? Why just put it in the game, man? He's like,
So,
no.
I feel like
Yes,
there's
put it
something
in
I
the
should
game,
probably
bro.
mention, because Yoko Taro's pretty good about, like, including, like, queer stuff in general most of the time.
Mhm.
He has randomly has a thing where it's like, oh yeah, in this side story, he talks about how, Kaine just gets off on murdering shades, and she's super
Nice.
into murder, and she'll
Yeah.
kill shades, and then she'll get, like, an ironic murder boner, and she'll just jerk off in the woods to it.
Nice.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about that one. I think that might be a bit, just a bit, you
I
know.
think this guy is just like really horny.
I think Yoko Taro's just really horny and he's kind of insane, but you know what?
He's not
I'm
kind
here
of
for
insane.
it.
Don't like he's kind of horny and incredibly insane.
Yeah. It's just
I mean,
like
You never. I was about to say, you never see this motherfucker's face. He just wears the goddamn mask.
Yoko Taro ironically like, I want to make a like fantasy game that's featured in the post-apocalypse. How am I gonna do that? Oh, I know. I'll just make a spin-off of this completely unrelated
Other
thing.
game, I'll just throw them into another dimension and then whoop, there we go. Got
Oh,
a
hey, I
completely
want to make
new
a game where the pros is science fiction stuff and robots. But oh yeah, let's just connect that too. Why not? Just aliens.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
not?
remember that? Remember, yeah, it was aliens because everybody was gonna die anyways, but aliens, whatever. Who
Okay.
fucking cares? Space stuff.
If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the veins slowly creaked to life. The spinning this way and that for a moment, and finally settled with the beak pointed firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning, tumbling through the air, finally striking home into the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Ah, no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! Voice belonged to Demo, the worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kai strolled to stand, the final stone came skirting through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed against the cup above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed to take it back for a moment by Kai's seemingly indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she would get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelly burning in their eyes. Kai knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of the children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak! Demo's words chewed out like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me. She lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? You sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead?
What a fucking line.
They're so fucked. These fucking kids, holy shit.
Does that make you sad that everyone fucking hates you, huh? It's like, yeah, why are you such an asshole? Because everyone hates you. Go fuck yourself.
Thank goodness stuff like this doesn't happen anymore, and there are zero real-world parallels, right, guys?
Stop you.
Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. I feel like I should probably mention, like, as much as we just joke about Yoko Taro being, like, crazy, unironically pretty damn good writer.
Well, he's great.
Yeah.
He's just a little fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, though.
Yeah,
I actually do think he might, like...
Yeah.
He might have a few screws loose.
Like, there are times where, like, you're just reading through this, and you just stop, and you're just like, yeah, I kind of, like, understand why he has so many side novels and side stories now, you know?
Because he's a writer, he should just write things, like...
He's a writer first who just sort of ended up making video games.
Like, how did he make a video game? He got a crew together and was like, let's make a video game. And they were like, okay, Moonface.
But yeah, the world doesn't seem to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept even closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Dino's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Dino's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kai's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he found her gaze back and jammed his thumb into her eyeball to pry it open. You're a freak!
Okay.
No, I'm not. Did you just say no? Dino grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kai, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. Don't go, you freak. What'd you act like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Yeah, knowing the context, this makes way more sense.
This kid is like Cartman levels of evil.
Yeah, it's... Is it like because she's possessed by a shade, or is it because of the other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Kat ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. Continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Yeah, as if it couldn't get worse.
I'm so glad we came back to this game.
This is the perfect note to return to start things up. Listen, I'm glad I broke the stream by talking about Chow Karate earlier. We did something light before going into this.
Oh look, the perfect reason you keep reading. I gotta go. Mom just texted me. Bye bye.
Freak, chant the children. Freak, freak, freak. Kai closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entirely. Oh hey, thanks for the raid, Yukiro. Yeah, this Listen,
thank you.
if you're ready to hear some sad crap, you came at the perfect time. Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Kaine, just to hear she bit and got concerned for a second. Oh yeah, as dark as this is, I don't think it ever gets like that dark, you know? So that's probably a good thing. So yeah, what were you doing? Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glance back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. Sad gate us sad. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on an ancient woman standing a few feet away. Did some Duke Nukem for until my Xbox started dying. Heck yeah. So guys, are you ready to meet your hero?
Yeah, you were playing... I was about to say, you were playing Duke Nukem Forever. God rest your fucking soul.
After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Are you ready to meet your fucking hero? Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scour before I throw another one. If any of you little bastards aren't touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. I was playing Gollum yesterday. Jeez. Honestly, I feel like I kind of want to see a Gollum playthrough just to see how, like, screwed the game is, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Duke Nukem Forever, I can understand the weird curiosity that surrounds that game, given its history.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you playing Gollum? Why the fuck are you playing that?
I'm curious about Gollum. Why is there a game about Gollum? The old one.
And here's my question:
yeah.
And here's another question: who the fuck allowed that company to make more games? That's my fucking question.
Oh man.
Because like,
yeah,
they made a Walking Dead game.
Yeah. Playing games all week Primal debut. Ah, holy crap, that's rad. Heck yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Oldwood crouched down, gently touched the hand Devo was using to guitar the wound. Yeah, like, out of curiosity, what is your mall? Is it just like, you know... Because I feel like it's never like, you know, just normal, like, anime character. It's always like, oh, fox girl, or like, you know, a goblin, or like something, right? But yeah, Oldwood crouched down, gently touched the hand Devo was using to guitar the wound. Before I could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. She's viewed her legs as Digimon. Aw, heck yeah. The Souls, heck yeah. Tales of Arise, Kingdom Hearts, heck yeah. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, heck yeah. More excellent. A little bit of Nuke Doom for our new song, and many more. She also makes model kits of action figures, heck yeah. As a chill for a VTuber. Yeah, is there, crap, what's the thing for the, like, I thought I'd just, like, right-click on Twitch and hit, like, follow or something, or, like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, all that sounds good to me. I don't, like, see this crap. Let's go. I have Gollum, Duke Nukem, Vampire Rain, HUD, and Monster High for this week. There's a Monster High video game? Excuse me? I don't know why I'm surprised by that. Cause it's like, I don't think I've ever heard Vampire Rare Haunted, but okay, yeah. Yeah, she power, alright, right, yeah, old lady. She power palm into the wound and twisted it back and forth. Ow, he screamed, licking to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Generally enjoying garbage games. They make really good content. I know the feeling. Oh, man. Just way back, I did a playthrough of Chicken Little, the video game, and, oh boy. If you ever want to see a game that just feels trash on every level, play something where just the controls are fundamentally fucked. Quit whining, ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch, a big one, that thing could've killed me. The old one shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words, locking his eyes on Kaine, took a step backwards and spat on the ground. Get out, leave this village, no one wants you here, either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked at a single laugh. Look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. One smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Death is the best cure for stupid. It goes so hard.
Yeah.
Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said, why don't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words from her grandmother stung Kaine and she turned away. Yeah, how you doing? I feel like I'm doing pretty good, yeah? I finally in my coming out stream, I finally just socially came out as a trans woman, and yeah, that's been pretty good. So I feel like I'm doing pretty nice today.
Yeah, we're doing pretty goddamn well.
Heck yeah. That's good to hear. Yeah. Doing nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears held in check for so long finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kai's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, Kaine. I heard trans, what's up? Hey. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to say, so hey.
Hello.
It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next. It grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Oh right, that was all like the grandma, yeah. Understand? Yukio is a trans girl herself. Ah, heck yeah, let's go! Yeah, I'm glad I hit follow then. Old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor of her voice. Yo, the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. Yo, because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. And yeah, suddenly it makes way the heck more sense why Kaine is the way that she is.
Yeah.
Vulgar because his grandma.
Yeah, vulgar, very like thick-headed and stubborn, very like quick to yeah, just like everything really.
Aw, grandma. But grandma gets away with it because she's old and
dude,
like
grandma's
stuff.
the best.
Yeah, but like like it's grandma, man. You can't. Who's gonna call grandma out?
You can't call grandma out. She'll kick your ass.
Yeah, grandma was being like, I was there in World War II, kick your ass.
Grandma will throw rocks back. She's seen crap. Like, not from the old world, but she's seen crap. She had to, like, survive in the wilderness back when there wasn't a society with the boars. I don't know if that's true.
She was the inventor of the rock trick.
Yeah.
Stand on rock and shoot things at boar.
Yeah, their first years together are not easy, but with each year it passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. Man, Kai's grandma will be in the boar legit. That's the impression I get.
That's true. That's true. We stand grandma here.
Yeah, not with like magic or anything. She would have just done it.
She would have just like tackled it like old Babushka.
Yeah.
Just like just like rolled up her sleeves and would have been like got it into a chokehold.
Gonna thumping.
Got it into a chokehold. Fucking wrestled it.
Yeah. It was only, I like to imagine, like, I know this is all just headcanon. I like to imagine she was like an old lady as she does it too, and it's working.
Yeah, she's constantly an old lady.
Yeah, she was just bored old.
Grandma. She's grandma, bro.
However, it was only now singing the mud. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't fuck with Babushka.
Yeah. Babushka's gonna murder a tiger with a chain in her bare hands.
They will come for you and break you.
Man, Golden Combo is great. It is only now sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kai's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Course not. Don't be an ass.
I'm always sick. Go fuck off.
She's so good. Kaine drew her grandmother's Mothian shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't. Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense.
Stop blaming yourself, kid.
You're my granddaughter. I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, then just go to hell.
We stand Grandma.
Heck yeah. Best character in the series.
Babushka!
Just 2B, 9us, friggin' Adam,
Grandma.
get them out of here. And Grandma.
Grandma. We
all
stand
the
Grandma.
time.
Grandma's the best character. Fuck NieR. Fuck all these other characters.
NieR's not even fighting for a good cause. He's fighting to
He's
screw
not.
people over.
He's fighting himself to screw people over. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears! Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more.
Just imagining Grandma's answer. Of course I made them for you, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, of course I did, yo. You said you wanted them, right?
Why would I not? I love you. Now stop being stupid, take them and go have fun.
Yeah. Kai reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where'd you find these? Oh, you know, just stumbled on one day while I was out doing the shopping.
Doing the shopping.
Doing the shopping.
Oh, I love Grandma.
She's so good.
Doing the shopping.
The old woman turned away as she was explaining, leading Kai to suspect that the search must have been more difficult than she was letting on. Oh, yeah. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, says the grandmother as she squinted at. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kai blushed and turned away. Yeah. You think I'm pretty? course you are. What a fool thing to say. Yeah, just ironically, like, yeah, of course you're great. Don't be stupid.
You're beautiful. Now shut up and stop putting yourself down.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you,
grandma. I love you, Grandma.
Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we guide each other, we'll be just fine.
Oh, that's so sad.
Man, looking back, I feel like I'm starting to really understand why, like, something in me preferred this game over Automata.
Yeah.
Kai took her grandma's hand in hers, and the two of them strolled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kai gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away in the wind. The rain had stopped. Kai stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. If it's us against the world. Kai let her gaze drift up past the vane and then into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kai's dreams, daily life. In the distance, Kai heard a steady sound of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was far from a work of art, as wood could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung around a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through.
How much wood could a woodchuck stack if a woodchuck could stack wood?
2.5 gallons?
Gallons is water.
Wood can be water, right?
No?
No?
I mean, how do you
Maybe-
can you liquefy wood?
I don't know, we should ask Baron the next time we see him. He knows chemistry stuff, I think.
Okay.
I mean, he's a biologist, but he might know chemistry.
Yeah, I think biology is more his.
Yeah. Really, when you think about it, chemistry is just like alchemying things into other things over and over again until you get what you want, and it just gets more and more toxic and dangerous the further you go.
Really, science is just magic we don't understand. I love messing that one up.
Yeah,
I thought it was so
it's a
fucking
good
funny.
quote. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kai's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kai. What? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Oh, it's you, Kaine. Don't get too close. I'd take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down a piece of wood, sending chips flying every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she sculled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands round her mouth and shad. Grandma! Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe poised to strike another wobbly bow paused in midair. The old one considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take her so I can get the water? Shade's been restless lately, you know. I don't want you to run into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with a wooden bucket on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was met, there was no changing it. I thought it was gonna say made up and then set, and it's like smet.
I have a bad feeling about this. The Force.
Yeah.
I sense the disturbance in the Force.
I'm sure they're just, being separated for, like, purely unimportant, like, story reasons.
I sense a disturbance on the Force.
Kai dare
Grandma's time is nigh. Grandma's time is
to help
nigh.
with chores, but Grandma took every last task that was required to travel to the village. Okay, though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kai knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kai moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of that land they called home. Yeah, if you remember, we did see Kaine's house earlier. And it is literally right outside the village entrance.
I'm trying to remember if it was all fucked up or not. I can't.
Yeah, it was like a little, like, this probably isn't where they're staying now, I don't think, but it's like, it was like a little, like a little tent, basically, just a little clearing.
I see.
Yeah, we just straight up, go back there. In fact, we'll probably, go back there anyways.
I sense a disturbance in the forest, and that disturbance is Grandma's time is nigh.
What are you talking about? Old people always survive until the end of the story.
Okay.
Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that our grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her entire life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge.
I read that as Solid Snake when she connected with a Solid Snake, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Solid Snake entered the building, and Kaine accidentally swung the axe at him. He was very displeased.
He was like, Kaine!
Thankfully, his training in CQC protected him from the attack.
He then rolled away and got into a box and
Yeah.
scuttled away under his box.
When Kaine's eyes opened, the snake was gone and only a box remained.
The box scuttled away.
Frustrated, Kai swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard.
Oh, well, that's one way to do it.
Damn it, crap. She suddenly understood the joy of her grandmother felt and a good curse. It's the first time she swore.
Fuck.
Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spinning on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kai redoubled her efforts.
This is why you need Captain America. He could just rip logs in half because he's a big, sexy man.
I was thinking of the TikTok with the really jacked lady who just rips the log in half and everyone just sips over it.
It's true. I haven't seen that. Though. I haven't seen that. Though.
I was about to say you don't need either.
America. Sorry, Peter. Go ahead.
You don't need either one of those two people to do it. Just get American Kaiju. All fun to do it.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
True American Kaiju Paul Bunyan.
Saying down buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy girl. You better practice if you... Her grandma suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing all of her buckets to wobble precariously.
No, Grandma!
Eyes wide, Kai dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket! Can't let it spill! Kai stayed the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. Small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? I'm also a trans woman. Ah, heck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandma by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and bade Kaine away. Actually, let's just, Screw it, follow. Let's go. Why not? Okay, yeah. Stop that. Just stop that now, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. I'm just tired from the trip is all. Kai desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could.
That's what dying people say, Grandma.
Honestly, I'm totally gonna say that when I get old. Just whenever I get tired, it's like, just shut up. It's not like I'm dead or anything.
Just all the time. Every time somebody is like, "Hey,
Yeah.
no, I'm not dying." Yeah, I'm just gonna be a
Oh,
grumpy old man when I grow up. Wait, I already am a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Her grandma had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was coming due. The time where her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared. The positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandma's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's alright, she said. I'll be fine. Man, it's like we got this part of the story earlier when Kai was trying to get up and the grandmother was able to overpower her. The roles really are reversing.
Bad.
Grandma fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed like an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kai strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky. She was still watching. Kai moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. They're still out there.
Demo's still out being an asshole. He didn't grow up.
He did
like,
grow out of it. I guess that makes sense. Like, just bigoted kid grows into bigoted adult. Jeez.
I guess especially if their parents aren't teaching them any better.
Yeah.
Because their parents were just like, yes, Demo, beat the shit out of her.
She encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kai finally found herself at the entrance of the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then marred to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kai took a series of rapid shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted these words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a round, rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with the bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's fly cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say, but Kaine saw her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she managed her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root. For as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent there on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. I mean, what are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on her tiptoes to secure the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Teh, barked Demo. The old bitch finally keel over. I like the little detail that's like, oh yeah, Kai had to like stretch to get up the counter. Like,
That
she's
also reminds me
not...
that they must not have grown that much,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, she's probably not even like a teenager yet.
Yeah.
Go to hell, Demo. Boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. Before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour off of the shop while NieR prepared her medicine. Countless Thai balls filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indescribable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant.
Creating a scent?
Creating a scent?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I might
probably
have
not
heard
the
that
visual
wrong.
that was intended.
I might have heard that wrong.
Nah, I just read it wrong, yeah.
I was like, cremating a scent. How do you do that?
Yeah, don't forget, the black scrawl is totally a thing that's related to the shades. And
Yeah, I know.
Considering Kaine was, like, possessed by a shade right now, yeah, she's probably getting, like, similar stuff to what we got for Yona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally
because,
tracks, yeah.
I would assume that her shade doing a thing. It's going
Yeah,
rampant.
it's probably,
whatever.
like, working about the same way. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there would be a place she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. Oh, you like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hands. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. Yeah, that's my daughter. I sketched out and she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now, though.
Wow, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, motherfucker.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. It's like, yeah.
She's been dead a long time, anyways.
Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. And pictures are wonderful things, concerned the shopkeeper. The ones closest onto you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked at Kaine and smiled. Handing her a medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. Yeah, you should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Wow, that's really fucking sad, actually. Holy crap. Like, he probably knows the situation, but damn.
I love that the shopkeeper is the only nice person in town, though.
Yeah.
This guy must just, like, be the most accepting human being ever.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
I just want to point out, the allegory's only becoming stronger as we go.
I know, right?
Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yeah, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not which of them's to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandma, Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of the town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mustering the new fact over his mind as she reached over and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandma is an old friend of mine, he said, as Kaine scooted away again, and I owe her much. Willing to wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yeah, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step. I want to say inconceivable, but...
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable! But as a step nonetheless. Even tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw. Even Bling had been in places, leading Kaine to
Great.
think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. So I think it's like blackened with like dirt, not like, you know, Kaine's grandma is like possessed by a shade or has the scrawl.
No,
right? Yeah.
that's not what I was thinking. Even I was just heard she's got like gangrene on her feet, or she's losing her feet.
Oh, ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
Place the
I was
best-
thinking like
yeah.
actual like medical disease.
Yeah, like actual like,
like
stuff.
not
It's
black
like, oh,
scrawl.
wait a
I was
second.
thinking about actual medical stuff.
She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped round her arm. "Back already, are you?" asked grandmother with a yawn. "Come here, let me have a look at you." Our vision's going. Grandma sat up, examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. "Well, how was it? Did those bastards give you any trouble?" "Yeah, it was kinda fun," said Kaine with a small smile. "No, seriously, it was." "It was fun, was it?" asked the grandmother, a voice which implied she believed anything but. "Uh-huh. So, anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know." As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of the source, she informed her grandmother that she was gonna sketch her portrait. "A portrait of me? Ridiculous, no one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone." "But Grandma, it'll make you live forever." "Horse manure," said the grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. "Living further would just piss me off."
Yeah, grandma.
Best character.
I want to live forever. I'll just get angrier.
I put those crowns away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and the end grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist.
Tell me like one of your French girls.
I'm gonna be real good with the backstory of this game. I don't know if France exists anymore.
True.
Kaine took up the crayons and eyed her subject carefully. Yeah, it's like in Steven Universe when you finally see the Earth and like half of China is just a crater.
Well, yeah, that's true. But like, I think in this world or something, Europe just became a huge country. That was like it was like called the Fortress or something. I can't remember. Something ridiculous.
Yeah, the Kingdom of Night probably.
That might be it.
Yeah. Yeah, because half the planet's like always away from the sun, so it's always in darkness.
And they're also busy fighting a dude named Red Eyes.
Yeah, they're busy dealing with the Red Eyes, or maybe probably.
They were doing a Warhammer.
Yeah, if there's a Red Eyes unit around at the moment, that's the thing. It's like we don't really know what happened to the people who like weren't part of the Gestalt program and just sort of like managed to survive, right?
Yeah, I guess they just died.
Yeah, I guess, you know, the war and everything just took them out.
Or like it must have been like the what do you call it? The red. What was the fucking disease called? The white.
Yeah, it's totally possible. There's still
disease.
Yeah, the red eye disease or whatever, the white chlorination disease. Yeah.
Yeah, the white chlorination disease. The one that you would either turn to salt or you would become a demon.
It's honestly possible. Even like after Automata, there might still be like some humans alive on Earth that like just have a lineage going all the way back, you know? Like as crazy as it is, it is a possibility.
I just love the thought of Project Gestalt, like people coming up to you like, yo, okay, so we're gonna take your soul and put it over here. And then make a new body, right? Right, okay. And it's like, okay, well, how long is that gonna take? We don't know.
Good luck.
And everybody agreed to that.
Listen, If Final Fantasy 14 taught me anything, people are willing to do some crazy soul transfers if they don't have any other options.
I tell you, somebody came up to me and was like, "Yo, okay, so we're gonna take you solo, and in like maybe 100 or so years, or we could put you back into like a new body." I'd be like,
Yeah.
I think I'll take my chances with you."
Man, I'm just imagining they just do the soul transfer and like Hildebrand just immediately goes into his replicant. Just like instantly, and everyone's like, "How the crap, what?" And his Gestalt just immediately turns evil.
Yeah, and I'm also trying to think like the reason why they needed Grimoire Noir and Weiss was because they would activate all the Gestalts to go into their replicants or something.
Yeah.
Right. I was trying to figure out why they were important to the story.
Listen. Listen, and just a soul transfer isn't gonna keep it like a true gentleman down. The Manderville man lives on.
It became a book.
Hildebrand just like watching, like just sees everyone get transferred and everyone just goes away. He's like, okay, I'll simply wait until everyone wakes up again. And he just does a little pose, and it's like 10,000 years later. He's like still posing. Phustus, we're gonna get you to play Final Fantasy 14, and we need to get you to stream the Hildebrand quests.
Oh my god.
It's like, do you want to see the most goofiest Looney Tunes bullshit in an RPG ever?
Well, if I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy 14, I'll most likely be streaming it.
Yeah. Straight me like some people treat me right now for the LGBT community. Ah, heck yeah. Oh man. But we'll probably have to do like Persona 5 and Kingdom Hearts first.
Yeah, we gotta do those first.
And then we can do 14 and be like, hey, do you want to see a little robot boy be rebuilt into an 8-foot buff bodybuilder? Just in real time.
What?
Yeah. He just goes from being like a little toy minion, like little like, you know, thing that just follows you around, and a guy just hammers him and tries to work on him, and he turns into like a Hrothgar with the same like skin tone and everything. Not Hrothgar, freaking Rogan. Yeah, like a giant muscular Rogan character model with the same skin tone with just the head. And he's like, "Daddy, look how strong I've become."
Oh god.
It's so good. Just our grandmother is about to nod off, Kai finished the work. After staring at for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drip to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, you know, make drawing easier or something. No, if anything, they probably make it harder.
Yeah, crayons are the worst thing to draw with.
Why do we give these things to kids? It makes their job so much more difficult.
Because they're just supposed to color with crayons, not draw.
Yeah, I guess that's true, right?
Yeah, that's what coloring pencils are for.
The old one's eyes. As to be fair, you can't really poke your eye out with a crayon, can you?
That's true. You also don't really get kids to draw anything important until like they're a bit older. Usually you just give them a coloring book and you go, draw! And then they like scribble on it.
Well, that's a bit like presumptuous for the kid.
Yeah, well, I assume all kids are stupid, okay? I'm sorry, I worked in a daycare.
It's like, yeah, listen, little Toonie, nothing you draw's gonna matter until you're 15.
Yeah, no. Nothing you're gonna draw is gonna matter to me because you're a stupid little shit.
You see a little toddler just like mess with his crayons and he just perfectly recreates the Mona Lisa. It's like, no, get
Wow, this is
that away.
trash.
It's trash.
Disgusts me. You should just throw it out right now. Right
Just
there.
burn
That's the
it.
garbage. That's the garbage. I'll pour the gas. You light the match. Toss it in there. Go. I'd be
so
the worst
mean.
fucking teacher.
The old
You're a bad. You're a bad boy.
You're
Why?
a bad kid.
Because no, don't even like. You're
No.
just like you're a bad. What? You're a bad.
How am I the one that's like, we should do Chow Karate in Sonic Adventure 2 so we can see the Chow babies fight each other?
Yo, you want to watch babies fight? I'm just talking about ruining children's lives.
Yes, I'm just talking about like physical harm. You're talking about the psychological damage.
Yeah, I'm talking about damage that'll last a lifetime.
So listen, if anyone ever clips this app context and uses it against me in like 20 years,
go ahead.
know that we mean every word we say.
Yes. My name is Baron Von Creepy, and I don't stand by this sentence.
Yeah, the quote from Baron.
And I don't stand by that sentence.
Oh boy. Yeah, back to non-visual
Oh,
novel.
right, yeah, right. Sad stuff.
Back
Grandma.
to letter
Crayons.
novel. The old woman's eyes stared at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pay at her back and reaching for the paper.
Gameplay.
Yeah, for what it's worth, this is good gameplay, because it's like, it's a good story, so it's succeeding at what saying how to
Wait,
do.
hold on, a good story and good gameplay are two different things.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Phustus, the gameplay's completely on point, right? I'm hitting X and it's progressing the dialogue. There are 0 bugs or issues
That's not
here.
gameplay.
There is no gameplay.
Just skipping through like cutscenes.
This sketch could have been a person's face, also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors.
Ah, yes, my favorite type of thing, a lump of cray.
I love Cray.
The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter, you truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me and I love it.
Yeah, we stay, Grandma.
Yeah. Like, not even gonna, like, lie to her. Just like, oh, yep, I could do any better. It's great.
This is trash, but I can't do any better either.
Yeah. But... Hush, I don't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always.
What was that?
Heck yeah, Grandma's the best. Shoot her where the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as a silent, mocking laughter. No, Grandma's cool.
Oh, come on, Kaine.
A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked the grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on so that someday you can feel that same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself into Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong resemblance.
Perhaps the disturbance I felt in the force is untrue.
But Yoko Taro, you're only supposed to use one "and" in a sentence. One action. even worse story.
He can. I know he should have put a comma there. Should have
Yeah,
put
it's
pride,
fine.
comma, love, and joy. But he's also not a native English speaker.
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah. Honestly, whoever translated this probably had their work cut out for them, because it's
Yeah, they're
like,
probably so
yeah,
confused.
like, it's probably, like, really hard to take, like, you know, a really, like, carefully crafted, like, you know, story and, like, just write it out in English in a way that, like, actually reads and flows good, you know?
In the same way that it would in Japanese.
Yeah, like, capture the, like, yo, yeah. They can't get her for her life on her. Alright, she swore to never forget that moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories come in and out of life, like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kai swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever.
Is dust in the wind.
Kaine's dreams,
Forever.
separation.
No!
Oh boy. Are you ready to cry?
No. I don't want to
Oh,
cry.
buddy boy.
That's what the end of Mass Effect is for.
Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing her around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and she summoned her courage. She summoned her cottage and shouted unlimited blade works.
She summoned her cottage, which was also her stand.
Yeah. She summoned her stand and said, House of Cards. What's like a friggin' House of the Rising Sun is a song, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp burst scent flew up through her nostrils and man's home there caused her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's not a bug, you fool girl. It's a berry.
What?
Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine. I think it's burnt or something, because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Let us sass on you. You had spent too much time with me, that's a fact.
Someone say grass.
I love that you can see it develop, right? Like, you can see the personality just form. Five years
Yeah.
passed at the moment when Kai's grandma saved her from the bullies. Man, just 5 years, huh? As is often the way with two-starring people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure.
Fuck you, no fuck you.
Yeah. Kai could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kai started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so, this morning found Kai lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly.
Why would you cook berries?
I guess for the
Unless you're making
taste?
jam.
Where are you going
For the
today?
taste.
Asked Grandma
What?
suddenly. Kai looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out the kelma trees and see if they're ripe. Thought I could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm gonna pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kai stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept around their home. Constructed mostly out of cloth, rope, and rubble. The old place snagged like a boxer in the final round.
It was basically just a tent in the fucking middle of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Oh yeah, this is the house we saw. I
still
think
can't
they
remember
had a
it.
house that was different from this before, but this feels like a very different one. Because I think the R1 mentions they had like a table or something, and now they're
Well,
living
they
in,
had
like,
a house, right? They had a house, and then they moved out because
Yeah.
grandma wanted to be able to take Kaine away from the city or the town.
Yeah. They moved out to the house that was right next to the village.
Yeah, but a little farther away, so they weren't directly in the village,
Yeah.
always getting harassed and shit.
Maybe it's just me, but it's like, I just imagine that it's like the old house probably like burned down or something, right? Because they mentioned they're like chopping firewood inside and stuff.
I thought they were outside chopping firewood.
No, they were out. Were they outside? It's unclear, but yeah.
I
Like, if
just
they're
assumed
chopping
outside
firewood,
because
they
if you're chopping
probably had,
firewood
like,
inside,
yeah.
that's really dumb. Who's gonna clean up your house? All those wood chips everywhere?
Yo, that's a good point, yeah. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm gonna build a stone wall so we have some protection.
And it's not good because we have Phustus in the group and he chews a lot of scenery.
he, he is very quick to chew things, specifically like a dying cat would. No, the stream's being held apart with tinfoil and duct tape. Don't do that.
But the tinfoil is so good. I love myself some aluminum.
Oh, man.
What is
Goddamn
aluminium?
aluminium. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let 'em come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one in the west of the village yesterday. The old one tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I don't know why you'd have to do it today. We can worry about some other. Grandma, no. Well, if I don't get to that kelma tree, we won't eat tonight. You know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost to a carnival. Yes, she answered after a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is,
Oh no!
She didn't finish the thought. Instead of walking over to her nightstand, gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer, the flower petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you've become. So I will assume this is like Kaine when she's like 15 or 16-ish,
Like
probably.
16,
Yeah.
Probably getting into like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels about right, yeah.
Closer to becoming a young adult, I would say.
Yeah. Annoyed
Right?
Kaine. Yeah, yeah.
Or mid to late teenage years, I'm
Something
assuming.
like that, you know? Because it's like before she couldn't see over the counter, and this was like, you know, around 5-ish years later.
You know what I'm picturing in my head? Ellie from the first Last of Us for some reason.
Yeah. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old one, and there ain't a NieR like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn confidence for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where'd that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face.
A spoon then
Grandma,
came out of
yelled
nowhere.
Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it! What the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out, sure it was the first time she had ever seen them. What just happened there? I'm sorry, girls. Sometimes my mind just...
No, Grandma.
No.
Why is this funeral music playing? It's making me sad.
Yeah, it's because it's a sad moment. Kai thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, won't have you stay here keeping on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you.
Yum.
I probably should have brought Mar for this. I knew it was gonna be a big reading stream.
Go get some water then.
Yeah, go get some water, bro.
Fine, I will.
Yeah.
Go get some water, motherfucker. God damn.
So welcome to our stream where we talk about stupid stuff.
Yeah, where we talk about stupid ass shit.
Like, did you know that? I don't know. I got nothing. Give me something to say. Quick, Peter, think of something. Something intelligent.
Did you know that if you break a stick in half, you'll get 2 sticks?
Oh, did you know that if you take those 2 sticks and put them together, it's harder to break them?
I did not know that.
Because ape together strong.
Together strong.
You take 1 stick, you break it, easy to break. You take 2 stick, put it together, harder to break. Because you have to break 2 stick. Ape together strong.
God.
That is a line from I think, it was like one of the Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah, I think it's from one of the newer.
Yeah, it was. It was one of the newer ones where they're focusing on Caesar or whatever he is. Yeah, it's just one of the apes grabs a stick and breaks it and then explains that, and I was like,
I was just saying, motherfucking genius.
I was like, oh my god, this ape is so much stronger. It's so much smarter than me. Ape together strong.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum.
And then they all died. That's the end of our stream. Oh gosh. Boulder Station.
But yeah, this is... I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
Do we stand grandma for a bit longer?
Okay, back.
Yeah, I think we've... I was gonna say, I think we've stamped Babushka for long enough.
Well, we always stamp Babushka.
And just the second time she's back.
Okay, I should probably check out the VOD after a bit to see what you're talking about.
Well, there was Babushka and something about apes, but, you know, you'll have to look it up.
Wait, apes?
Yeah.
We talking apisic ape?
Maybe. You're the one.
Maybe.
I guess
Perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
There are sticks involved, too, yeah.
Kai rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kai could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman stand in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kai worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. It's worth knowing when you see this exact house in the present day, there is no wall.
Because she never built it, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cursing herself for lack of focus, Kai pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cow. By the thick black cow that hovered just ahead, tracing its path with a finger. Kai suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No. Oh gods, no! Her grandma's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kai ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kai's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. The worst suspicion confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with a thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. Oh, hey, Hook. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws spread from its body in random chaotic patterns, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god.
I know it's more like a shark to me.
Yeah, it was very gecko-ish.
It's like a shark face, though.
Seeing Kai out loud roar and flicked its tail, sending mass whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell of her hit, a blend of rotting meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again. This time, Kai responded with a scream of her own. "Alright, you bastard," she thought. Her scream echoed off into the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go!" The shade eyed Kai with bemused interest. Then began looking from her, the house, and back again, as if urging her a look at the destruction it so gleefully wrought. With a dread building in her heart, Kai glanced towards the house, yeah. Through the smoke and flame, she saw a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! As the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. She's alive! Kai's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard through the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she had advanced more a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kai trembling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth, stars dancing from front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up, get up, get up, get up now! As Kai strolled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of its claw. The old woman strolled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sent a small sphere of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kai lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire, one or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain of the screams through her body, she began dragging herself along the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on! Just a little longer! Her grandma's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kai pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness. The distance seemed to increase with each second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from it somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard! Laughing at us! She had no idea just how mindless a creature could experience emotion. Just how such a monster creature could experience emotion. But there could be no doubt that the shade was taking joy in their suffering.
Hey. Would you like someone to take over reading for you for a bit? I can do it.
No, I'm good, yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
You've just been
bro.
reading for like over like 2.5 hours here.
It's
So
like
I'm just saying,
over
like,
an hour and 28 minutes.
yeah, I was just saying if
A
you'd
lot.
like someone
Yeah.
to take over for a bit. I don't really have any lag right now, so if you want me to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no worries. We're close to the end anyways.
Okay.
The shade moves his claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clear keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard! Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There is a sickening snap of her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back!" she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It's like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground, the blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine! Kai's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma! Kaine, you gotta run. You can't defeat him. Kaine grabbed the hand and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on. We have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kai's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no, no. I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed thickly from gaps in the creeper's toes as the terrible, putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandma was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been hers just moments before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of the embrace, the tremble of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kai's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with each step as it crept towards its prey. Kai's body slowly rose as it controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs bent in impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature was so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if the broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment, laughing just like a mad woman. She leapt into the air and plunged into the shattered hilt of her knife, deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if the weight were resting on it. Moist sounds on pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed through her ears. Is that blood? This is it. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kai's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke, and the flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill it, 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 kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it now! The spark that was Kai slowly began to flicker and die. She felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between her heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Ooh. I think I'm good. Oh boy, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The beast approaches.
Pitbull. Pitbull.
The plute. The plute approaches. I'm gonna eat some peeps. Holy crap.
Yeah, you fucking deserve that shit, man. Okay, so we're back here, okay.
Wait, what spells do we have equipped? Yeah, why do we have Dark Blast?
That was a lot of, like...
Yeah.
Why, though?
Yoko Taro wants you to know he is a good writer and you should buy his other books.
Okay, I'm not going to. But why?
Let's go!
Just punch it to death. Rocks, boy.
And
Yo,
finally...
We already killed NieR, man. We're already, like, super powerful.
Oh god, we're inside of it!
Oh, no!
Oh, whoa!
Oh, it's gone now. It's time to choke a chicken. The book, like, pages keep turning.
Yeah. I like
How is
the
that possible?
I like the little detail that it's like you could tell NieR's got more control of the hands now, right?
Yeah, because
Like
he's actually
focused.
doing it. Yeah.
So, that explains why Kaine's got burns on the sides of her body. Why she has so many bandages.
Yeah.
Because she kept getting thrown for fire.
So, let's keep going.
Okay, we're reading.
There's
Would you like
more.
me to read here?
Oh, do you want to do it?
I can do it for you.
Yeah, if you
Give me a
want to,
break.
sure, why not?
Gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stomping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Sorry, Grandma. Couldn't avenge you. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood.
I just want to say, whenever we do Final Fantasy 14, if we decide to read the character dialogue and stuff, yeah, that's gonna be you, buddy. Good
Me?
luck.
Me?
That's probably gonna be like you.
Okay. Why? Because?
Well, for stars, you'd be on the controls.
All right, turn up.
Yeah. But also, oh boy, there's a lot of text. Although I guess we could take different characters and stuff, but yeah.
Well, we'll see where that gets.
We'll see where it goes, yeah.
Okay. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that that her left eye was gone.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah?
Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of an arm resting a few feet away.
So this is the first time Kaine died.
Nice. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming.
Think creepy anime villain.
Oh,
You know the
okay. So
type.
you need a creepy anime villain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
Think creepy anime like character who you just hate with everything every time they talk.
Okay. Alright, I'll read you this line. Ugh. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally, gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming.
Sure, that works.
Go to hell, Demo, she thought as the unseen assailant. Wait, as she thought at the unseen is. Wait, how do you thought at?
yeah, because it's inside our mind.
Okay. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck your eyes out and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke and only replaced by another, more recent voice.
Oh wait, no, that actually was Neo. Okay, this is the one.
Oh, okay. This is the one?
Wait, no, never mind. I'm super
Wait, no.
wrong.
Oh, this is the apothecary. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way, you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's how you want it. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a small piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother. Real as life, Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, thousands of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No! Don't hurt that picture! Kaine reached out with her remaining arm, and waved futilely in the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. Sorry, my nose is itchy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're doing good.
The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha. I immediately thought of that murder movie.
He was not ready for that.
I wasn't ready for that. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear.
Okay, this is the character, yeah.
What is this sunshine? That's so slimy.
Yeah, slimy's a good way to describe it. Slimy anime villain.
Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if instantly it somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something.
Like, I don't know if you're familiar with, like, Blaze Blue, but, the freaking snake guy, what's his name? It's probably a
Snake guy?
good comparison.
The snake guy. Now I'm just thinking of, like, snakes.
Yeah, what, is it, like, Terami? I think that's it, right? Yeah. Damn it, Google, load faster.
Anyways.
Yeah, Yuki Terami, yeah.
Oh? Did you get
Yeah,
it?
Hazama. Okay, yeah, Hazama / Terami, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
I assumed you probably wouldn't.
Sorry. No. Go back to the thing that I needed. Oh, now it's lagging all of a sudden for me. Stop that. Oh, what happened to you? Yeah, it sounds like you just like changed your mic input or something, though.
Alright, sorry about that. There's just so many, like,
there we
wires
go.
around for, like, my dumb sub connection bullcrap that's like, you know, I, like, kicked one cord and that somehow disconnected the mic and changed the default.
I thought I had done something because I got a lot of wires too, and I'd like hit a wire.
Alright, yeah, it
Connected
should be
something
good now,
and-
yeah. Yeah, thanks for letting me
Okay.
know.
I'll just try to make. How do I make this guy sound slimy? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kaine
God, it's
finally,
already atheist.
Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I thought that was said within her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh my god, you're the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like?
No, I'm Deth.
Lol. Or is this just my mind? Or is my mind just losing its stuff? She could feel the slime oozing upward. Ew, gross.
Yeah.
She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go.
Wow, that's... Okay, yeah, and modern day let go has some weird associations.
Gross.
No, I was referring to Frozen.
I know. I'm just. This is just all weird to me.
Oh, yeah.
Let it go. Let it go. Just start singing to her.
Yeah.
Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it?
You know what? I just realized this is Beetlejuice. Yeah.
He found me out. He figured me out.
Shit.
Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. Ew, that was gross because I literally just had to do that. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy.
So gross, Phustus.
Sorry, my lips were dry. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear their throats and bathe in their blood just like before.
Real charmer.
He's a really fucking sweet guy. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze.
Are you glad you got this one specifically?
This is lovely. I love books. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, gross, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy, even more gross. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan.
Yeah, this, if you played Automata, this is not the only time where it's like, oh yeah, killing things and dying is, like, equated with sexual pleasure.
Yep. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. I thought that was Kaine's line.
Yeah.
Now give me that body. Come on, give me that. Give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. Black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side as she watched it grow longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better. Fuck, I can't tell who's saying things or not. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Oh, she has her hands now. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. Black Goose hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing into a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. Weird deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said I can't die yet.
We have to keep living for Grandma.
A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die.
Yeah, okay.
Kaine glanced down and saw the mysterious pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. Sorry, my brain stopped working for me once I saw a dash. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Fuck. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Penny. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm... Let it go, feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up! Shut up and get the hell out of my body! Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine, real rich. Look, why don't you just stop and die so I can have this body all to myself? Why don't you? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area could love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Fucking metal.
Yeah.
Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of the bone crunching on bone filled the air. Stupid girl, you're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, and loud and the voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end.
So I'm just
battery.
now realizing something. This is the first time the shade like really awakened inside of her. Like this is when she first is like being possessed.
Yeah, this is when she fully got possessed by the shade. This is like
I don't think the other villagers knew about this.
No, I don't think they did. So
I really
literally,
don't
if
think
you
they
go
were
back,
aware. Yeah.
the thing that they were freaking out about was really what the thing that we kind of thought was just the subtext, but it wasn't the subtext. It was really the main thing.
Yeah.
It was really the main thing. The demon thing hadn't happened yet.
Probably worth noting.
The demon thing happens here. Possessed? I should get a pop filter for my mic. Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me. We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now.
I just realized something else. This is a shade, which means he's one of the original humans.
So people, which is what you're all also thinking about why he's talking about wanting to do this again, because it's a murderer that was turned into a shade who literally went up to a murderer and was like, can we take your soul?
Yeah, but also it's like that explains why he knows what a timeshare is, because it's like he's from the old world, right?
Yeah, because he is from the old world, because he's an original.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
Oh, hey, welcome to the stream, everyone. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Baron. Fuck text adventure. Yeah, it's the bit to the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, so that's what you're playing. So this is the start of Route B. This is Kaine's backstory.
Yeah.
That was
Excuse me.
me. Wait, not him. It's not fair. Wait, yeah, it is from Lugia. Okay. I just looked over and I was like, wait, it's Baron, right? Yeah.
No, it was for Lugia because Lugia was streaming. Baron just so happened to be the first one to pop in the chat. Well, I guess Mo actually
What the crap are we wondering about with chemistry or something?
Oh, I forgot. That was a while ago. Did I read? Where did I stop reading this?
Yeah, wait till you get a log out. Yeah.
Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. This guy seems smaller, somehow darker. I need a drink. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world?
I'm just sitting here, so it took me an hour before I had to get a drink.
Yeah, I brought one.
Oh yeah, that's probably way smarter actually.
So take that.
Yeah.
I have to go get another one. soon.
Damn,
This one's
I
almost
guess
out.
you won. Okay.
Yeah.
So, listen, heard the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all that bad. There's plenty in it for you, too.
Welcome to the ASMR stream.
When Phustus needs to get a pup filter.
How do you feel being possessed?
Phustus.
Hey, Talisa, super I got ready for work. Have fun. Alright. See you, Lugia. Thanks for the raid and everything.
Take it easy, big moon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Later, Luke.
Okay, there's plenty in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine. And now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen.
I will point out this has been the entire stream for the last like 2 hours.
Yeah, we switched off on reading though. The
Yeah, I
first
really
two
wish
and a
we-
half hours, it's been fucking death reading.
They really
Now
I
want
really-
you to know Kaine's backstory.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I hope there's a fucking save point soon. Yeah.
Oh, I just got
Not gonna
something in
lie,
my
I'm
throat.
getting those tingles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
It's like
You got
Neo
enemies?
Gears, exactly.
People you want to kill.
I was about
I
to
can
say, I
make
can
it.
even.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if we have to go through one more of these, I'll take the reading. For 'em.
Sure.
I love this next one. That little fat kid who kept picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny, we'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What? You think I'm some kind of racist? Some kind of killing snob?
I mean, that's a fair way to phrase it.
I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. I love that I picked up on it. Again, I'm being typecast as a villain.
Yeah.
There was no evil guy in the last. Our first story was about Grandma and Kaine having
Well,
fun.
The first story had Demo, and he's kind of a villain.
Yeah, I guess Demo was an asshole.
He's a low power villain.
He's yeah,
Low
he's,
stakes.
he's like the first level of boss. Kind of consider this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way cooler evening breeze felt on her new left arm.
Yeah, exactly. Baron gets it. It's like
What?
when we did Undertale Yellow, and like every single line with Flowey I did just kept
Sure.
going.
Phyllis did get the best lines.
The Flowey improv never stopped.
The fun never ends. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again.
Yeah.
So, how about it? You and me. We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyran. That's right, Tyran?
Tyrann, yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to... Tyran or Tyran, I wasn't sure.
Tyrann, yeah.
And if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out of this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade, and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Laughed Tyran. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and I'll watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away. Fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. Feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine.
Is this the plot of Kingdom Hearts?
Is this the plot of Batman?
No, this is the plot of
no.
Blue Velvet.
Yes. I
Yeah,
thought this was
remember that
the
time
plot of Star
Batman
Wars.
got his arm ripped off and they got possessed by a demon that grew him a new one?
I thought this was actually the plot of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna become a Sith.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, no, this is not the plot for Star Wars. This is the plot to the Marine 4.
No, stop.
No.
Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. Penny, give me a moment. I'm using my narrator voice, okay? I'll get you treats in a second. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through the hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started. What? Kaine started at the place in her. Wow, why does my brain?
It's fine. It's fine.
This one sentence. Kaine started to place it in her head, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it again. At it, yes. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. You're really distracting me, Cat.
Started to place it, yeah.
My brain. Cat. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Hiding the flowers, holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the Eyrie arose to the daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Stay alive.
Okay, we're finally done with it.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
After all of that, it sure does recontextualize this scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that ended just in time. I had like the two biggest sneezes right there.
Oh boy.
I don't know. My mustache had been tickling my nose for like the 20 minutes.
Batty went through hell and back. Oh, you know it. Small, you missed the best character. Grandma did not deserve to go out like that.
Yeah. Babushka!
Every single line from Grandma is a fucking treasure.
Yeah.
Best character in the series, Kali, right there.
Good to see you.
You look like shit.
Well, we stand, Grandma.
Yeah. Grandma
Yes.
saw Kaine being bullied for just being a hermaphrodite, and she
Being
immediately
different.
starts throwing rocks at the kids and is just like, yeah, good, this'll kill ya. Death is the best cure for stupid.
Oh,
Yes.
That line goes so hard.
It's so good.
Yeah.
any luck with Yona?
Okay, I gotta go get another drink.
We are
Yeah.
still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord. This is for you.
Lunar tears. Did you make this?
They have the thing.
Welcome back, gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but thanks.
Excuse me.
Popola, we did it. We freed Kaine.
Yeah, Kaine's back.
Listen, can I talk to you?
Yay.
Yeah, and she's got like a Sith Lord in her head.
This doesn't
That
make sense.
I kind of
Yeah.
ended up just kind of. Look, I didn't fully go full like Mark
Yeah.
Hamill Joker, but that was what was in my head the entire time.
That's a good read. Joker's a good read on it.
I was thinking like Mark Hamill Joker, and then I
Yeah.
was thinking Sith Lord, and then I'm like, perfect. They're the same thing. It's just if Luke Skywalker became a fucking
Listen up,
Sith Lord.
sunshine. You're in hell now, and there's no turning back.
I'm sorry.
And now she's immediately discriminated against again after
Again.
everything.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with
Context
Yeah.
really adds so much.
Death is the best cure for stupid summarizes the Soulsborne mentality.
right, Kaine?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
That's very
We'll
true.
see you later. We're sorry.
Why don't they just stay in Piffle's house?
Because people are freaking out. They're like, there's a girl possessed by a shade running around and a skeleton wizard.
What is the matter?
That's probably not good.
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me?
You know, after seeing like NieR, what was it? NieR Replicant,
Yeah.
where you play as the younger version. It's so weird.
Oh, yeah. Because now you have to be like, oh yeah, these lines make sense from a child. And now you're seeing them coming out like a grizzled old man again.
I've seen them like because there's not a lot of like original NieR things on there. Like they have clips of it and stuff, but because I guess NieR,
Yeah.
whatever, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
And now Nearman's
Replicant.
thinking of killing Dethhollow and Popola specifically for this. And it's like, oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, about that.
That's not a bad idea in any way, shape, or form.
Dethhollow and Popola are to blame. Then I'm equally at fault. Not stopping what to think about Kaine and Emil. Observing slow progress like coronation, no unusual ring screens and subjects, and records technically a cabinet command room. For I think 2016? Well, if you say so. Alright, to go see Dethhollow and Popola. Very well.
I hope they don't betray me at the end of this game. But again, this isn't a game, this is life.
Yeah, I sure hope Dethhollow isn't some evil wizard. And Popola really needs to work our singing. She starts to sound a bit robotic.
That was funnier than it should have been.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
boy.
why I found that so stupid. I'm like a
So-
child.
Yeah.
So, Pure, you're wanting to stop here?
Yeah.
But all
Yeah,
we did
okay,
was
I-
read stuff. You don't want to explore around for a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Nah.
I want to force
That's
him,
okay.
and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grass!
Berries! I mean bugs!
Grass!
Hey, let's cook them and give them to Kaine as a dish.
She just starts crying.
Someone named
Someone
Devil
stabs you?
sounds like a sweet guy. Actually, a sweet girl, yeah. Devil is pretty cool.
Dethhollow and Popola.
Yeah, isn't she like here? Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bird. No, is that...
Hey,
Yeah,
Dethhollow.
that's Dethhollow.
Cat thought you'd never talk to us again. This is bigger than you or Popola. It's about the whole damn village. I know, but regardless, you should talk to Popola. Think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you. I can do that. Oh, and also, yeah? So yesterday, I kinda flew off the handle. Dog. No, you didn't.
Dog!
Besides, it's our fault in the first place. Let me and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright? Just show dog!
Whoa!
I'll
Dog.
do that.
Hold on. He's touching my sandals.
I love that little detail so much that when you talk to her, the song stops and you stop
Yeah, she goes
talking
back.
and it starts up again.
It also, I think as you walk away,
Yeah.
it fades away, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's such a good little bit, like, detail. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
it's
just
so
becomes
cool
the
that
background
it-
music.
As you walk away from her, her singing fades away. That's so
Yeah.
cool. It's just a
So,
neat little detail.
So I'm probably gonna just upload this and call it something like Kaine's backstory.
Yeah.
Because,
Deth and
yeah.
Phustus read the backstory.
This is like 2 hours of just like no visual novel adventure, and I'm here for it, but holy crap.
Yeah.
Side note, how many
Boy.
times can we punch now? 3,
A
4,
lot.
5, oh 6, that's pretty good. We're getting pretty up there, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if there's anyone we want to stream, but I guess I'll see you guys around later.
Yeah, arrivederci. Come watch me play video games tomorrow.
Later.
NieR.
Crap, there's not really anything I'm like... Yeah, there's not really what I want to raid right now. Alright,